let's make a solar filter. How exciting. Okay, so here is our attempt. And it's kind of funny because I'm looking down at this reflective material to talk. But it's shining right back up to the camera, which is kind of neat. So here's our attempt to take this lens filter, just a little old UV filter here, and we're going to take this film and make a solar filter. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to start off in just a wee little corner over here so I don't run the whole thing. I'm going to press down really hard, and I'm going to make an attempt to create a ring. So I have barely visible here, this little ring. Barely visible. So I've made this indentation, and the first thing I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut that out into a square to give me something smaller to work with. Here we go. I'm trying to handle this off of the edge. It's actually going to go onto there, because I don't know if you can see that on camera, but every time I touch it, it leaves a little fingerprint. I've never been one of those that's very good at cutting things out, so I don't know how this is going to go. Okay, so now that I have the camera over here, I've noticed that it is not going to fit until I make some more adjustments. So I've chosen now to cut that off with an X-Acto knife. Apparently a very dull one. Oh well, you'll have that, right? So this is the first time I've ever done this. So I'm learning, hopefully just as much as you are. Hopefully you're getting value from this and learning. Okay, so after several more of the tiniest little adjustments, cutting away, we've got this now to fit right down here. I'm going to screw this on top. Of course, I'm going to have to clean the top of this as well. Alright, so that is in there. Notice there's a little dimple in here. That's yeah, I'm able to relieve that little dimple just by adjusting how tight this is, but I'm going to have to be very careful with it when I start shooting with it. Alright, so now we'll just see how it looks and report back. Alright, so the tripod's a little low. I'm using the Skywatcher tripod on this. This is almost blinding. Not almost, it actually is blinding. So I'm going to put this one, this is Lumix, I'll put it over on movie mode. Put it over on movie mode to try to center up the sun. It's really bright. That is really hard on the eyes. Probably have to have sunglasses or something on. Maybe a welding hood. So I'm going to center that up really well before I take snaps. Of course, like everything else in the sky, the sun moves. So I'm going to try to do this in a hurry. Alright. For this, I'm just going to go over to Intelligent Auto. Let it kind of try to get the focus now that I'm lined up. There we go. Hey, I'm impressed. I'm actually getting images. Looks like I'm even seeing some sunspots. Oh, but this is going to be a pain because each shot it goes out of focus a little bit. Moves a little bit on me. Let me just get a nice frame. There, tighten it down. And go to a delayed shot. Well, I'm not touching it and vibrating. I don't know, can you stack sun images? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? They're looking good. Alright, zoom in a little bit more. It's going to take some more framing. It's so tight now that anytime I just barely touch it, it's moving. Looks like a sunspot. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just on that. Yeah, it's getting sunspots. How cool is that? Unfortunately, this Lumix does not take a bulb. So, either I do delay each time, or I try to get as minimal camera shake as I can. What I try to do is get the subject go out of view, then back in view to lighten up the image. Take a fast shot, get that yellow, make it to where it's on the auto, it'll change the ISO. Alright, so let's go see what these, if I can see again, images look like.